Did you hear about Telepathy Vijay's announcement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going into
I wonder if he'll
politics.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a season of his life and then he'll come back to cinema at some point.
A lot of them have. I mean, we heard of Amitabh did it, and then Rajnikant and Kamal.
Kamal.
I think they all kind of went into politics. So maybe I don't know how successful they were or what, or if they did their. I don't know. I haven't really looked into. I think we saw one video that like a lot of them haven't really been successful at it.
Yeah,
I think we saw one video, but I'm not sure. But it's sad. I know a lot of people really love him, and we've enjoyed a few of his films.
Yeah.
Leo and Master in particular are some that really stood out to us. But yeah,
it'll be interesting if he one day becomes the Prime Minister of India and Dwayne Johnson becomes the President of America.
They should do a movie together as presidents. Yeah. Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Rex of Corbin.
I'm Rick.
You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter for more juicy content. Thank you to your source on Patreon. Follow us Twitter account, subscribe, and hit the like button. And today we got
please
of the LGP film we saw last week.
Oh, cool!
It's just and I don't think it's a full in depth. It's one of those kind of just behind the scenes. Not really. It says making, but I would take somebody saying I'm making as they're going to be talking
right.
About, I don't think they are.
No, it'll be images probably. Right.
That was one of the coolest things about that movie. It was obviously the visuals and what he was able to do with it. A whole bunch of confusing things, obviously, in that film for Rick.
Yeah.
So let us know what you thought about it. But this is a little making video of it. So let's just get into it. Here we go.
Let us go.
I do love that. Very Quentin. Toast. Kind of crazy that he's our dose.
It is.
Okay, ready?
It's kind of crazy that many creatives have become our toast.
When he smiles, everyone laughs. Kannitanam. Always look in his eyes and talk.
I love movie making. This gun part was so hilarious too.
You've got to be kidding me.
And the second dialogue is like,
I'd love to talk to him again. I have so many more questions.
Yeah,
for
especially after that film.
Yeah, and how it was working on such a large scale film, at least that from what I've seen, he hadn't been part of really. His films are usually pretty intimate. It feels like I mean, not that they're like in a house or anything like that, but they feel like a lot smaller than what this film felt like, right? And obviously,
Yeah, for
that was
sure.
his goal and stuff like that. But man, he seems like, and I feel like this is most great directors, maybe not great directors is the correct term, but ones that I feel like a lot of them do are cinema purists, and so they love practical. They don't want to do anything post usually, like practical sets, practical
If they can avoid it, yeah,
practical stunts, practical. They want to do everything on the day. They want the camera to see everything on the day.
right.
Which I appreciate because I enjoy that kind of stuff, as opposed to, you could always add it in CGI later. And then Nolan famously, he's like, no, why would I ever do that ever?
Yeah, that's what's so astonishing really about Oppenheimer, is that there is no CGI for the visual effects.
He's like, who would yell at you for even suggesting it?
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable.
It seems like
it's also
Lijo would be similar.
It's also remarkable to see like the spinning guns were moved around by a stagehand on his back spinning it. It wasn't automated.
You shout out to the crews, man. I love
always.
That's one of the I know a lot of super movies are in the industry because they like hearing the insight so we've been on, but a lot of people also have never been on a set.
Right.
Movie making is such, it might be one of the most collaborative things ever. Obviously there's certain sports that maybe like NFL football is very collaborative on the field and off the field.
It's just so much smaller scale.
Yeah. But like, and now there's films that are much smaller. You can do a four crew set. There's many of these independent films.
Yeah.
But then like if you're on a bigger production, man, there's hundreds of artists a lot of times just doing their part to make one thing, and we don't know if it's going to work. You all hope it's going to work, but there's no guarantees, because it's not depending on, unless you're the director, it's not really in your hands. And even as a director, it's not always in your hands.
Right? You don't know until you edit the thing. Yeah.
The editor, I mean, you probably have final say. Might fuck up your film. The editor, there's a lot that goes on in the editing room. It's such a collaborative art form, but that makes it so beautiful.
Yeah, and it varies from thing to thing in regard to, like, this one looks like they not only did very practical, but I don't think they used a single sound stage. It looked like everything was on location, set built on location. And when you're on location, there's a whole other element of camaraderie and collaboration and fatigue that happens with folks who are on location doing something exterior all the time, versus if you were working in a soundstage, near where you're staying. It's just each experience is its own thing, but it's always collaborative. Yeah, always collaborative.
Yeah, and as actors, you always are pretty close to the crew, because that's who, when you're acting, usually you're waiting. Most of your time on set, sadly, is waiting. You're literally acting. Probably, I don't know. It depends on the set, of course. But like if it's a big set, you're probably acting 20-30% of the time, maybe.
Right.
It's
and how you handle yourself on set is really important, because all the industry is very small and people know and talk about each other, and you gain a reputation. And I remember I was doing a very small thing on CSI, and the makeup person came over to put some touch-up makeup on me, and as he put it on me, having had that happen many times, I knew what to do. And not everybody does, but I remember he was putting the makeup on, and he said, "This isn't your first rodeo, is it?" And I smiled and I said, "No." And they just, the nuances and the detail that crew, makeup, costume, catering, that everybody knows about people on set. And if you're a nice person or you're not a nice person, if you're experienced or you're not experienced, I mean, it all goes around. And the most wonderful thing for me on set is, like, if I'm not in a shot, I love to just sit and watch everybody.
Yeah.
I just love to, I love to, and it can be just walking around the back lot somewhere and watching everything that's going on is magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful process. That's why we do it. Anyways, let us know what you thought about the video. If there's other videos we can react to, what should be our next LJP film? We still got a lot to get to of his.
We do.
That we should watch. Let us know down below.
Choose.